Okay, so good morning. We have Elizabeth and Vivian today. This is our online session number 3. We're going to have some activities. Well, more than activities, we're going to check the activities on online session. Alright. So, as you can see here, Elizabeth and Julian, for today we have learning activity number 2. So you click on activity 2, you see on the left, activity 2, and you have the information for activity 2 here. The first step is learning guide number 2. And you click on this document here, download the document here. This is a PDF document. We're going to read exactly every single text. We have guía de aprendizaje número 2. Bienvenido a la actividad de aprendizaje número 2. Compartir información. Con verbos modales, haciendo uso de la gramática, el vocabulario y el contexto apropiado del programa de formación English AdWords 3. Then we have para responder a dicha necesidad, esta actividad de aprendizaje propone contextos y evidencias que apuntan a compartir información con los verbos modales should, must y el semimodal have to en situaciones que requieran de un vocabulario específico respecto al cuidado ambiental, la buena salud, las enfermedades y algunos tratamientos médicos. Perdón. La práctica de las tendencias de las temáticas anteriormente descritas fortalecerá el desarrollo comunicativo y enriquecerá su saber en inglés. Resultados de aprendizaje. Intercambiar información con verbos modales teniendo en cuenta la estructura gramatical, vocabulario y contexto requerido. Competencia, interactuar con otros en el idioma extranjero según estipulaciones del marco común europeo de referencia para lenguas. Actividad de reflexión inicial. Check the material. What should I do? Study the material. In activity 2, what should I do? And study the extra material for activity 2, support materials. Very important. You can go to the internet and other information to study more. You can check all the evidence in English, and you can contact me via the questions and concerns forum. The evidences, the activities for this online, learning activity are: evidence number 1, expressing advice. In this evidence, you will have some situations, and you have to offer 4 different suggestions to the person in the situation. There is a recommendation to check the material with the information and examples for this activity. This is the process. You click on activity 2, then you click on expressing advice, you click on grave el archivo en su computador, and then do the activity. Guarde nuevamente el archivo en su computador and send the evidence. This is the process to send the evidence. Very important. Nota. Si al momento de enviar una evidencia el sistema genera error, archivo inválido, tenga en cuenta que es debido a que el archivo se encuentra abierto. Ciérralo y pruebe nuevamente dando clic en aceptar el archivo y examinar mi equipo. So this is the activity number 1, expressing advice. Activity number 2, interactive activity, medical prescription. You click on the button, activity 2, you click on evidence, interactive activity, medical prescription, and then do the activity following instructions multimedia. This activity is interactive, so you will find the instructions as you go through it. Next evidence, health solutions. In this evidence, you have to observe the symptoms and write 3 things that the person should or should not do to feel better. There is a recommendation, download the document, and see the examples. This is the process. And this is the instructions to send the document. Evidence number 4, taking care of the planet. For this evidence, you have to record an audio suggesting solutions for the problem of trash. Use should, must, and have to. So this is the vocabulary that you have to use. This is the obligatory vocabulary. Should, must, and have to. And these are the instructions. Next evidence is the participation in the online session. So for today we have Vivian and Elizabeth who are participating, and that is excellent. Here we find description of the evidences, interactive activity, medical description, health solutions, taking care of the planet, online session, and expressing advice. And these are the criteria for evaluation. This is the vocabulary that you are to use. Should, must, and have to. Should, must, and have to. Should, must, and have to, etc., etc., etc. And this is the vocabulary that you have to study, like asthma, ache, aerosol cans, backache, bandage, bite, blister, bruise, burn, burning, checkup, chickenpox, climate change, compost, conservation, containerless, cups, like me in this moment, I have a cup, cramps, cup, disposable cups, greasy, etc., etc., etc. Okay? Do you have any questions so far? Vivian and Elizabeth, do you have any questions so far? Questions? Elizabeth, questions? Vivian? Okay, no questions. Let's continue. The next document is the material. What should I do? This is the material. What should I do? There are two versions, the multimedia version, versión multimedia, and downloadable version, versión descargable. We're going to check versión descargable, downloadable version. Taking a little bit longer. Hold a second, please. Okay, this is the material. What should I do? Okay, what's it? In this second learning activity, you will learn about should, must, as well as verbs, the use of have to, do's, and don'ts regarding environment and vocabulary related to health. En esta unidad, en esta segunda actividad de aprendizaje, se aprenderá los verbos una vez. Should, must y el uso de have to, do's, and don'ts con respecto al medio ambiente y el vocabulario relacionado a la salud. Then you have the information in English and in Spanish. This material will help you study the topics related to learning activity 2. You will learn about modal verbs, must, in affirmative, mustn't, in negative, should, shouldn't, semi-modal have to and don't have to, environment do's and don'ts, do's, lo que se debe hacer, don'ts, lo que no se debe hacer, and vocabulary related to health, illnesses and treatments, enfermedades y tratamientos. And then we have some examples with should, must, and have to. Should, must, and have to. Should is to make suggestions, give advice, express duties and assumptions. Example: you should buy the red car, it is more comfortable. This is a suggestion. People with high cholesterol should eat low-fat food. Hold a second. Okay, duties. I should be at the office at 8 a.m. In assumptions, she should be making by now. She has a meeting there. So those are examples, some examples for should. Now, examples for must. Examples for must and mustn't. Must is used to express a strong obligation, a necessity, and a logical doubt. Examples: strong obligation. The police officer says, "You must stop at the red light." Necessity: you must have a passport to pass border. and logical deductions. They must be rich. Look at their house. So those are 3 possibilities with must and 3 possibilities with should. Then in section D we have the rules, the grammar rules for these 2 modal verbs. We have examples in negative and in affirmative. For example, this is incorrect. He doesn't should. He shouldn't. It is not necessary auxiliary when they have a modal verb. To make questions, do you should study? No, it's not necessary auxiliary. You change the position of the auxiliary and you say, should you study? And we have examples that are in the past. She must take a pill every day? No, because it's not in the past. She must take a pill every day. Or he should. No. He should. S is not necessary. The modal verbs never use the preposition to. Examples. They should to go to the doctor. No. To is not necessary. They should go to the doctor. No, should to. Should to? No. Or he should work on the project. No, it's not in the past. He should work on the project. So that is for should and must. For the semi-modal verb have to and don't have to, it's a little bit different. Have to is not a modal verb that is usually used to express impersonal obligations. In other words, the person has the obligation to do something that depends on an external authority. For example, the rules of work or school. Examples. We have to wear a uniform at work. It's an obligation, but it's an impersonal obligation. The students have to wear a tie on Mondays. And here we have the grammar structure in affirmative form. I have to, you have to, but he has to, she has to, he has to. We have to, they have to. The verb is normal. Do, take, read, work, be, wear, and travel. There is no conjugation, no past, no future, no s, no nothing. In the negative, it's a little bit different. Like, don't have to, you don't have to, he, she, and it doesn't have to. It's a little bit different for he, she, and it. We and they don't have to. In the questions, you simply change the position of the auxiliary. The auxiliary is in the first position. Do I have to? Do you have to? Does he have to? Does she have to? Or does they have to? It's possible to use have to in simple past. You change had to. Had to, had to, had to, had to, had to, had to. In this case, it's have to for everyone. He, she, and it. In the negative, I use the auxiliary for the negative. Didn't have to. Didn't have to for everyone. And in the questions, again, you change the position of the auxiliary. Good. In number 3, we have do's and don'ts. Do's, remember, es lo que se debe hacer. Don'ts, lo que no se debe hacer. Example. should take shorter showers, or you shouldn't brush your teeth with running water. This is do, and this is don't. Lo que se debe hacer, lo que no se debe hacer. And we have more examples. You're saving energy, recycling, planting a tree, etc. etc. So this document is very extensive, so you will have a lot of time during the weekend to check it out. Then we have support materials or extra materials. This is also material that you should check when you have a lot of more time, when you're home or when you're at your office. And these are the evidence. Evidence number 1, personal drive. Evidence number 2, medical prescription. Evidence number 3, health solutions. Evidence number 4, taking care of the planet. You follow the instructions. They are in English and Spanish for you to have a clear idea of what you have to do. So far, do you have any questions? Elizabeth, in the activity taking care of the planet, I need to send an audio or only a text? Okay. The question is taking care of the planet. Here. When you go to the instructions here, taking care of the planet, here, taking care of the planet, deberá grabar un archivo de audio. That is the answer, Elizabeth. Deberá grabar un archivo de audio. So I'm going to send this to you right now. Yes. Any other questions, Elizabeth or Vivian? Alright, no more questions. Good. Let's continue. Now I'm going to share with you some websites for you to do exercises and for you to practice a little bit more what you have to do in this writing activity, number 2. So you go to Google and you say modal verbs, that is the topic, exercises. You will find millions of websites. I suggest you guys check only the first 5 or 10, which are usually the most updated ones. Let's go to modal verbs, Agenda Web. And you have lots of exercises here. Let's click on the first one, multiple choice. You have one sentence and you will have to choose what you consider is the most important. You're going to find different modal verbs. So this is a question of you guys go and check extra information about it. When you finish this activity, you click on check. The information that is correct is in blue. The information that is incorrect, you can change it. And you check again. Alright? So this is one website for you guys to do. Let's go to this one, English for You. This is a good one. Okay, in this case you have to complete with the appropriate modal verb or the one that you consider is the most appropriate. And then you click on check. When the information is correct and when the information is incorrect, it's going to be different. When it's correct, the vocabulary is in bold, negative. When it's incorrect, you have to make the correction again. Alright? Good. Also, if you have a chance, you can go to your platform and you go to the library system. You click on the library system. You go to Consulta Bibliográfica, Enlaces de Interés, Bilingüismo. You click there, and you're going to find sort of interesting websites for you guys to get a bit more. I personally like this one, British Council. This is for vocabulary, this is for grammar. Let's go to grammar. You click here, grammar reference. And you have verbs, adverbs, possessive, adjectives, pronouns, adverbials, nouns, etc. Or vocabulary. Accessories, actions, periods, difference, body parts, clothes, etc., etc. So this is vocabulary that you should study not only for this unit, for any unit, alright? So remember, you go to the library system in your platform, enlaces de interés, consulta bibliográfica, enlaces de interés, bilingüismo, and you will find a set of different websites and apps for you guys to study. These are the applications you can use: Duolingo, Memrise, Bilingual, Mosalingua, etc. And this is for Lenguaje Decente. Do you have any questions about what you have to do and about the topics that we are studying in this unit, Vivian and Elizabeth? No questions? Okay. So thank you so much for attending this online session today, Vivian and Elizabeth. Remember, you can contact me via my WhatsApp, or you can contact me also via the Voices of Concerns forum or internal messaging in your on your platform. If you have any questions, I will be okay. I'll check out my email and my WhatsApp. I'll be available from 8 to 12 and from 2 to 5 every day. Thank you for attending. Have a good day.